Well, Saturday, November 9th, started out awful well with my selections at Aqueduct. My top pick won races 1, 3, and 4. My second choices were on races 2 and 5. And the early pick 5 paid $722 for 50 cents. So covering my top two selections in each race for $16 would get you that. Personally, I just cashed a few daily doubles. That's kind of my standard play to use my top two selections and play doubles. Occasionally, when feeling good about things, I'll go for pick fours and rarely pick fives. Usually, when there's only a carryover. Uh, but if some of you have never purchased a selection sheet from my website, it's basically what it looks like. My top three or four choices in each race, and I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 10,000 of those over the last 20 plus years, uh, where I've probably averaged handicapping 2 tracks per day, 5 days a week for more than 20 years, which would end up being 10,000 cards in that neighborhood. Uh, so it would probably be in the neighborhood of 100,000 races, and I'm my record would be willing to put it up against anybody's over that kind of period of time, especially, you know, handicapping New York, Southern California, Keeneland, Gulfstream, you name it. I've handicapped a lot of tracks because pedigree handicapper and breeding is the same everywhere. So I no problem handicapping races at any racetrack in North America. And for just $5, you can purchase my selections for a full card, or if you want, you can just watch uh, this video and get my analysis for one race, and go from there. Um, the horse I touted for today was in race number 7, Liberté de Bayou, and he was number 8 horse. And boy, things were looking really good as he pressed the pace early on and took over the lead at the top of the stretch. Opened up a nice little lead, but got to the 16th pole, and two horses came from off the pace and ran by him. Uh, it was 13-1. It was uh, it was a great play. He was very well meant, and the two horses that um, ran by him did well, fire their best shot, and make up the exacta. Actually, my third choice in the race, number 9, Magnificent Mile, ended up being the winner at 5-2. Um, that's horse racing. Um, but after the first 27 races at the Aqueduct meet so far, my top picks have won 6 times, and my second choices have won 6 times, and each of them are showing a little bit of a profit for being 6 for 27. So, because today I had a top pick in the third race that paid 1760. So that's what the name of the game is. Trying to eke out a profit, and that's what we're trying to do here with one race per day, and just betting flat to win, and using a uh, standard money management approach where you bet 1.5% of your bankroll, and when you win, you take 7% of the profit made and put that off in a piggy bank, in a little savings account. And if you can maintain your bankroll where you started, well, the piggy bank just grows over time. and that you could use that to go on vacation or whatever the case may be. So that's the hope. We're just in the very early beginnings of it, and I put that spreadsheet up to show you where we currently stand. Not down that much money. Would have been nice to cash 13 to 1 today. It just didn't quite happen. So we'll try for better luck on Sunday. And on Sunday, we'll go to race number 5, my own 16th on the turf for um, 2-year-old maidens. And I'm actually going to put my money on first time starter, number 4, Constitution Road, trained by Chad Brown, 2-year-old colt by Constitution out of an Archmare. And at the sire stats, which I'll put up on the screen there for you, Constitution has had 129 turf winners over the most recent 3 years, and of course gets a passing grade for the distance, 61%, where the average is 51. It's just you're only concerned when a number uh, is like half the average when it comes to distance, and then that's a big negative if it's less than half the average. Um, the first column, 49%. The average is 60. Again, that's a passing grade. The layoff figure shows a 184. And when it comes to first time starters on turf, if there's anything but a 0 there, that indicates that there have been previous first time starter winners by that particular sire. So Constitution has had a few foals that won at first asking on turf. That's all it is, and you shouldn't say that 184 is much better than 150, which is much better than a 90. Again, when it comes to first time starters on turf, if it's not 0, that means the sire has produced a first time starter winner on turf previously or over the most recent 3 years. Um, so when we're looking at the broodmare sire statistics again, we see a 171 in the layoff column. So Arch, as a broodmare sire, has produced previous first-time starters on turf, and I really like the 57% in the purse category. It's actually the highest percentage in this field. So there's some good class potential with this particular colt. And when you look at the trainer report, of course, Chad Brown, to nobody's surprise, layoff figure shows 307. He regularly gets first time starter to win on turf. Right above him, it's really catches the eye. Uh, Bill Mott, the trainer of Cooper, who's going on 7 days rest, and Bill Mott shows a 13 in the layoff column, and that would be for the 7 to 22 day layoff category. And Bill Mott is only 13% of the average for getting winners on getting turf winners on 7 to 22 days rest. That's a big negative. Of course, it's not impossible. It's better to say it's a low percentage play, and that's really what my statistics are all about, are pointing out low percentage plays, high percentage plays, and most of them fall somewhere in the middle. And that's really where you have to do some handicapping. But it was interesting that that layoff figure for Bill Mott really kind of stood out when I looked at the trainer stats. So looking at the past performances, for Constitution Road, well, of course, there aren't any. He's a first-time starter, but the workouts, I always like to see. regular spacing, a number of days between workouts, and it goes all the way back to September 13th, and you had 9 days until September 22nd, 7 days for the next workout, and then 6 days for the one on October 5th, 7 days for October 12th, 7 days for October 19th, 6 days for October 25th, and 8 days to the last workout. So very very steady workouts. Uh, I don't have a problem when there's one break in the workouts where there might be like 2 weeks between workouts. But if there's a long string of a dozen workouts and there's only 1 2 week break and all the other workouts are very steady at 7 8 days apart in that range, that's a good sign that the horse is doing well. Everything's on schedule. Um, we get Flavian Pratt to win, and Chad Brown as a trainer. So certainly a big contender in this maiden field, and that will be my play for today. Uh, my other selections in the race, another first-time starter, number 5, uh, Ratatuti. Um, Certainly a contender. All the stats are perfectly fine for that. And my third choice would be the number 1, High Beta, who has run before, and that one race could prove enough. It's always a horse with some experience has a leg up on the first time starters, but my gut told me to go with number 4, Constitution Road. So that's it for Sunday. We conclude the racing week at Aqueduct, and I'll take a look at which tracks are running on Monday and choose one and find us a good play for Monday. So enjoy your Sunday, enjoy the football, enjoy the races more, and we'll see you next time.